Hey there, Mike with Real Estate Media Marketing here. Now 15-cent link clicks and sub $3 long form real estate buyer leads. What? Now long form buyer leads in the sense that it's not just a name and a phone number. These are leads that are a name and a phone number, and before you even get on the phone with them, you already know, have they spoken to a mortgage broker, lender, or loan officer yet? If so, are they pre-approved or pre-qualified? And if so, for how much? What time frame they're looking to buy in? What challenges they foresee in the buying process, such as down payment or credit? What price range they were hoping to buy a home in? And the last thing, are they currently working with a realtor or not? Now, all of that information before you even get on the phone with them for sub $3. Pretty great, right? But here's the truth. This campaign wasn't always producing these kinds of results. And that's exactly what I wanted to shoot this video about, is the truth about marketers, marketing agencies, campaigns, and lead generation as a whole. We're really no different than our personal lives on social media. Essentially, social media is the highlight reel of people's lives. Not always, but it's usually people's best and most happiest moments. And marketers and marketing agencies, and I'm no different, I 100% admit that I'm guilty of this, is we're no different. I mean, for obvious reasons, we're going to showcase and we're going to highlight and post, our best results, whether it's videos or screenshots. But that's what I wanted to change with this video, is just show the reality of a campaign, because not every campaign absolutely crushes it out of the gate. There's always, and not always, but there's usually always a lot of testing and a lot of tweaking to get to optimization. And if you've been following some of the videos that I've been putting out, I have been documenting a campaign for real estate buyer leads that did absolutely crush it right out of the gates. I mean, right within 24 hours, it was crushing it. And it's still month 1, month 2, and we're into month 3, it's still crushing it. But this campaign I'm going to show you, it's doing great now, but it wasn't before. So I want to show you how we fixed that and how we got it to the point where it's now producing, because that is the difference between hiring a professional marketer or marketing agency and an amateur or doing it yourself and not knowing what you're doing. Is professionals know how to read and interpret the data that is being given to them, because that is the guiding post to determine which direction and which, kind of dial to tweak and lever to pull. We know how to read that data to guide us into the right direction and how to fix a campaign. So let's dive into my computer and I'll show you exactly that. Okay, so here we are inside my computer in Ads Manager now. As I always do in these videos, I hope you can understand and respect, as I am blurring certain things out, because not that I'm trying to hide anything, I'm trying to show as much as possible, but because this is a real live ad account for a real live client of mine. This isn't a test account, this isn't a play account, this is real money, this is a real client. So I have obviously certain sensitive information blurred out. As you'll see, I also have some other information blurred out because I just want to focus on the stuff down here. I just don't want to overwhelm you or distract you with data that I will show you. I just don't want to show you yet, because I want to show you where we started from. So if we look down here, essentially I'm testing 2 different ad sets, which is testing multiple different things. As you can see, quite a bit of money spent in each ad set. $123 in this one, almost $125 in this one. Reached quite a few people, 5,500 and 4,400, almost 4,500. And link clicks, I mean, again, this is why we test, right? Because you can see the variance here. Quite a bit more people clicked on what I was testing in this ad set versus this one. And again, the cost per click is quite a bit lower, $1.11 versus $2.29. Now, I wasn't totally thrilled with these cost per link clicks. They could be better though. I mean, they're not horrible, but they could be better. I mean, especially this one, it's pretty good. At $1.11, it's not doing horrible. Click-through rates, again, could be improved, not horrible. But what was going on here, and again, in digital marketing, this is why digital marketing is so powerful, is because the data is all in real time. So you can see instant feedback of what's working and what's not. So you come up with a concept, whether you're testing ad copy or an image or targeting, whatever it is you're testing. You can test it, then you wait. you can see the data in real time, you get that feedback, and then you can determine a decision of, was that successful or was it not? Can I improve it or can I not? And then, like I said before diving into the computer here, is you decide on the direction you want to go. So these front-end costs, we call these front-end costs, link clicks, and cost per link clicks, they're an indication of whether the ad targeting is on or off, whether the ad's resonating. Because if you're getting really expensive link clicks, obviously that's a sign that nobody's really interested, or you're not showing it to the right people. So I wasn't too worried about that, but the problem was, this is a messenger, so Facebook Messenger campaign. That's how I'm getting these long form leads, by the way, is bringing people into Facebook Messenger, asking them some questions, warming them up, getting them pre-qualified, long form lead type stuff, finding out all this information before they become a lead. But the problem is right here. So $10 just to start a brand new conversation in this ad set, and $15 and almost 50 cents in this one. Now, for these type of campaigns, these metrics are extremely, extremely high. Again, the link clicks weren't so bad, but over in the back end, like actually getting them into Messenger and engaging, starting that conversation, these were really, really high. So as you can imagine, if starting the conversation is really, really high, then the lead cost is really, really high, because not everybody, like full disclosure, these are not leads. I mean, they're technically Messenger subscribers, but in my definition, somebody's not a lead until they've given you their contact information. They said, hey, here's my phone number, give me a call. Yes, I'd love to talk to you. I mean, if they just come into Messenger, answer 2 questions out of like 5 or 6, and then never return, that's not really a lead. I mean, the advantage of Messenger is you can reach back out to them and speak to them and re-engage that conversation. And you might turn them around, and I've seen that happen a lot for my clients. But until they actually give consent to say, hey, contact me, I'd like to know more, or I'd like to look at homes, or I'd like to get a buyer, a home list, or whatever it is, they're not really a lead. So this was a really big problem. Just starting the message or starting the conversation alone was extremely high, which was then, costing lead costs to be really, really high. So again, this is what I want to show. I mean, this was the beginning of the campaign. I was testing multiple different things in these 2 ad sets. Trying something, letting it do its thing, trying something, letting it do its thing, and just nothing seemed to click. Now, that doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. It just means that we just haven't found the formula yet, right? Like I said before, there's no magic silver bullet to this. Marketing, even digital marketing, with all this data available, it seems very scientific, and it is. However, it's still an art. It's not an exact science. So you got to test. Just like people say in sales, that cheesy saying, ABC, always be closing. I always say ABT, always be testing. So I'm going to unblur the next ad sets, and now this is what I want to focus on, because this is where we're at now. So we focus on this guy right here. Again, I mean, it's early. Yeah, we've only spent $23, but immediately, like these 2 ad sets here, I've just ditched the old angles, the old concepts. They just weren't working. I completely ditched them. Tried something completely new, and right away, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. So 150 link clicks at $23 spent versus 113 link clicks at $125 spent. So that's why we're seeing right here 15-cent link clicks. And look at this click-through rate, 7.46%. That is really, really high. And this link click cost at 15 cents in real estate, of all industries and niches, this is extremely low. So, and how it's translating over onto the back end is we're getting people into Messenger, brand new Messenger conversations started at $1.92. And most of those people are going on to becoming a lead, which is why the actual lead cost is sub $3. So we're starting a conversation for $1.92. I mean, just think about that, right? Like starting a brand new conversation with a potential buyer at $1.92. I always kind of say this. You can't even go into Starbucks if you're a Starbucks drinker. It's going to cost you way more than $1.92 to buy a coffee and strike up a conversation with somebody who you don't even know if they're an interested buyer or not. Like, these people are coming to us, so we know that they are a potential interested buyer because we're attracting them. We're not, cold calling them, sending them mailers, knocking on their door, anything like that. So again, I'm testing. I always test kind of two different things at the same time. I'm testing this other ad set, which is not performing horrible by any means. I mean, 82-cent link clicks and new conversations at $2.56. But this is the one right here. I mean, this is an obvious winning formula. 15-cent link clicks, $1.92 per conversation, sub $3 leads. I will definitely, I'm still going to give it time because it's early, but I will more than likely 99% be scaling up this concept and this angle and this formula, scaling it up to the full budget and killing off all the losers. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing in this is, as marketers, we kind of create these babies, our concepts and our angles, they're personal, right? We created them. We always think that they're going to do so well. They're kind of like our children. And sometimes we have to send them off because they just don't work out. Not that you would do that with your actual kids, but anyways, I will be scaling this one up and getting rid of basically everything else that isn't working. I should also say, in full disclosure, so this client, we are spending a nice healthy budget. We're spending $20 per day, which does give us the ability to test a couple different things, which is really great because having a healthy budget makes it a lot easier and quicker to get to that winning formula, because there's kind of also a saying in marketing too is fail fast and fail first. You want to find out, failing sucks, but you want to find out what doesn't work really, really quickly. Obviously, you don't want to drag it out. You want to find out very quickly what's not working so that you can focus on what is working. So again, that's what I wanted to do with this video, is just kind of shed some light on more of the reality and truth around campaigns and lead generation, because like I said, and I'm guilty of it, again, I admit it, we always share our best results, and I am sharing with you really great results right now. However, I'm also showing you that it wasn't like that in the beginning. We did spend some money, we did kind of fail, things weren't working. But like I said before as well, that's the difference between using a professional and an amateur. As a professional knows how to read and interpret this data and then, try different angles, try different concepts, and find and ultimately get to the point of what's working and optimize a campaign. So if any of this interests you and you'd love to speak with me and talk about how we can potentially obviously win for you and not, even though we might fail in the beginning for a little bit, which is the reality, but I'd love to get a winning campaign going for you. And if you are interested in that, head on over to discovery.realascendmedia.com. You can schedule a free, no obligation, again, like 100% no obligation, just a nice phone call, 15 minutes with myself. And we can talk about your business and your goals and what you're sort of looking to achieve and see if this would be a good fit for you. So I look forward to talking to you soon, hopefully. Again, discovery.realascendmedia.com. And I hope you found this video helpful and saw that it shed a little bit of light on the truth around what marketers are doing when they post their best results online. All right, take care.